Good afternoon and welcome to the Public Service Commission. We are here this afternoon for oral arguments. First, let's take a roll call of commissioners. Who we got? Let's see. I'm Commissioner Belser. I'm in the hearing room. Virtually, we have Commissioner Powers, Commissioner Irvin, Commissioner Thomas, Commissioner Williams, Commissioner Caston. I heard Chairman Williams. Do I see you anywhere?
Chairman Williams is present by phone.
Okay, Chairman Williams is, so we have 5 virtually, 1 telephonic, and 1 present in the hearing room. Ms. Wessinger Hill, would you please read the docket?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam Chair and Commissioners. The oral argument before you today is in docket number 2006-401-G concerning the approval of GCRMs for Piedmont Natural Gas Company Incorporated, and is specifically based upon the request made by Piedmont on December 16, 2021 for GCRM-154. Excuse me. This oral argument was scheduled and noticed by the clerk's office to be held virtually beginning at 4 p.m. today, January 4th, 2022. Madam Vice Chair, upon inquiry of all participating counsel of record, which is counsel for Piedmont Natural Gas and the Office of Regulatory Staff, they are present and available upon your call for appearances. The docket is ready and there are no opening or preliminary matters.
Thank you, Ms. Wessinger Hill. We'll now take appearances from counsel. Who is present for Piedmont Natural Gas?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. You have Jasmine Gardner here, along with my colleague, Mr. Jim Jeffries, and we are outside counsel for Piedmont Natural Gas. Also in attendance is Mr. Brian Hesling, who is Deputy General Counsel for Duke Energy. And I also have 3 representatives from Piedmont's Regulatory Department who are here, and they are Mr. Bruce Barkley, Ms. Pia Powers, and Ms. Callie Cousins.
Thank you, Ms. Gardner. Ms. Gardner, did you get your conference line set up?
I did, thank you.
Thank you. And who's present for the Office of Regulatory Staff?
Good afternoon, Madam Vice Chair, members of the Commission. Representing ORS is myself, Andrew Bateman.
Thank you, Mr. Bateman. Ms. Gardner, are you ready to proceed?
I am ready.
Please go ahead and present the request.
Yes, Madam. The basis for GCRM 154 is the decline in the market price of natural gas since Piedmont adjusts its commodity cost of gas periodically to reflect current market conditions. Using January 2022 as a representative example, the projected market price declined from $5.43 DT in September of 2021 to $3.93 DT on December 10th, 2021, which was the analysis we were looking at the time of filing GRCM 154. And as of yesterday, January 3rd, the price was $4.02 DT. Therefore, the rate reduction request from $4.50 to $4 will reflect current market conditions and will help remedy an overcollection of Piedmont's wholesale gas costs.
Okay. Anything further at this time?
No.
Commissioners, if it's okay, I'll go ahead to Mr. Bateman, and then if you have any questions, we'll come back to those. Mr. Bateman, do you have anything to say about Piedmont's request?
No, thank you, Madam Vice Chair. I appreciate the opportunity to speak. ORS filed a letter on December 23rd. ORS conducted an investigation in which members of ORS staff reached out to folks with Piedmont, had conversations with them, checked the calculations to ensure that they were accurate. And out of that, based on ORS's review, same as we said in the December 23rd letter, ORS recommends that the Commission approve the company's proposed GCRM 154.
Thank you, Mr. Bateman. Commissioners, any questions for Ms. Gardner or Mr. Bateman? Commissioners?
Yes, Madam Vice Chair, this is Commissioner Irvin.
Go ahead, Commissioner Irvin.
Thank you. Ms. Bateman, does this rate decrease apply to all classes of customers, residential, commercial, and industrial?
Commissioner Irvin, my knowledge of this rate decrease is I did not well, first let me say this. I didn't conduct the factual investigation myself. We don't have a fact witness here available for this oral argument. And so my knowledge is really limited to that of the letter filed on December 23rd. And I do not know the answer to your question.
I understand. Perhaps a company representative, attorney can share the answer with us. It's my understanding that it does apply to all classes of ratepayers. Is that true?
Commissioner Irvin, if you don't mind, I'm going to mute and consult with my team momentarily.
All right.
Commissioner Irving, I confirm that it does apply to all residential and commercial.
Thank you, Ms. Gardner. And when will the rate decrease go into effect?
We would need to put it into effect tonight to be effective for the January 6th bills that go out.
Very good. And so, Madam Vice Chair, we will not be doing a formal order. Can we just do a directive so that it's effective immediately? Is that my understanding?
That's correct, Commissioner, if it
Thank you.
passes.
No further questions.
Thank you, Commissioner Irvin. Any other commissioner with questions?
Madam Vice Chair,
Commissioner Thomas?
I have no questions. I just want to make sure that everyone has had the chance to ask their questions. And if not, then I'm prepared to make a motion. Just wanted to pause to make sure everyone had had their opportunity.
I don't see anyone else stepping forward, so please proceed.
Thank you. As the oral argument by the parties has concluded, and due to the timing of the request, I believe that the commission finds itself in unusual or extraordinary circumstances. Therefore, I move that the commission proceed to approve at this time Piedmont Natural Gas Company's GCRM 154, effective with the first billing cycle in January 2022 and thereafter until further notice. Piedmont's benchmark cost of gas that Piedmont must use has decreased and is currently at levels below the $4.50 per decatherm commodity cost of gas reflected in Piedmont's current rates that were approved by the Commission on September the 29th, 2021, as requested by Piedmont. Based on the differential between Piedmont's existing benchmark cost of gas and the futures wholesale price, as well as the current balance in its deferred gas cost account, Piedmont is at risk of over-collecting its wholesale gas cost if the benchmark cost of gas reflected in its rates is not decreased to $4 per decatherm. This change results in a decrease of 0.05089 cents per therm for sales rate schedules 201, 202, 242, 252, 203, and 204, and a decrease of 0.00089 cents per therm for transportation rate schedules 213 and 214. It's noted that the Office of Regulatory Staff recommends approval of this change. I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Thomas. Commissioners, are there any questions or comments or discussion regarding Commissioner Thomas's motion? Hearing none, we will proceed to a roll call vote. Commissioner Thomas?
Aye.
Chairman Williams?
Chairman Williams votes aye.
Commissioner Powers?
I vote aye.
Commissioner Williams?
Aye.
Commissioner Caston?
Aye.
Commissioner Irvin?
Aye.
And I vote aye. The motion passes. Is there any further business to come before the commission in this oral argument?
Madam Chair, could you make sure that staff gets the directive file before close of business so that the company can reduce the billing that's going to be going out this evening, later this evening?
Commissioner Irvin, thank you. I was just thinking and realized whether we had email addresses for everybody, but I think we do, so we will certainly get that directive out as soon as possible to all parties on this matter. I would like to thank council and members of Piedmont as well as council for ORS for working with the commission staff and scheduling this matter expeditiously and working with us to have it heard this afternoon. And if there's nothing further to come before the commission this afternoon, hearing nothing, we will adjourn this matter and close this proceeding. Thank you very much, and Happy New Year to everybody.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Same to you all.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.